Hi, welcome. We are going to prove the row rank and column rank of a matrix are equal. Okay. At the end of the lecture, I will share you a screen of the PDF file which contains a proof, and I also show you the download link where you can get it from. Okay. So till that, I will be using tablet to explain the proof to you. Okay. If some parts are not very clear, do not worry. The details will be found in the write-up. Okay. I hope you enjoy. So row rank of a matrix A equal to column rank of A, where A is a matrix M cross N over a field. If you want to assume R. Okay, right. So I want to write, I will explain the definitions of row rank and column rank and how do you look at, I'll also look at an example. Okay, so if A is there, I will write the rows like this. A1, remember there are M rows, therefore I will write it AM. Therefore, AI is the ith row. And I also write A in terms of columns. That will be A1 dash and AN dash. Okay, therefore, AJ dash is the jth column. Also, we want to think of something different. Suppose AI is the ith row. Okay, there are how many coordinates are there? Entries? N entries. Therefore, I think of A as an element of R or N as a row vector. Okay. Now that is AI, not AI. Now how will I think of AJ dash then? It's a column. So what will I have? A1 dash will be, for example, A11, A21, AM1. Therefore, the M entries are there. Therefore, I should think of this as a vector in R power M. But here the vectors are column vectors. Is that clear? Good. Therefore, let's look at the linear span of A1 to AM. These are all vectors in Rn row. Therefore, the linear span, call it as WR, that will be a vector subspace of Rn. I should write row, but I hope you understand when I don't. Okay, this is row. Is that clear? Okay. So this W, the, the dimension of WR is called the row rank. Yeah. Another way of looking at that is, look at this A1 to AM. R is the number of maximum linearly independent rows. I have A1, A2, AM. In that, look at a subset B, which consists of some AI1, AIK. Okay, this should be linearly independent. Then what do I want? I want it to be maximal linearly independent. That is, if you add anything extra row, then it will become linearly dependent. Okay, because those rows will form a basis for the row space. This is called the row space. And similarly, I can define the column space. Column space is going to be span of these things, A1 dash, etc., AN dash. So this will be a vector subspace of Rm because these are all elements of Rm. Okay, good, right? Then what is the column rank now? Dimension of WC. This is called the column rank. This is called the column space. Is it okay? Good. Again, we can interpret it this way. There are n vectors. Look at the maximum linear independent subset of these n vectors and count the number. Okay, that is called the column rank because those vectors which are maximally linearly independent will be a basis for the column space. Therefore, they are the same concept. Okay, whichever you find convenient, you can accept, you can use, but this will be more geometric. Good. So let's look at an example. I'll I'll give you a very simple minded example because whenever I'm learning a new concept, I don't look for the most significant difficult example. What I look for is a simple example which allows me to build some intuition about the subject, the concept. Okay. So now my matrix A is going to be a 3 by 3 matrix 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, and 0, 0, 0. Okay. Therefore, this is the first column sitting in R3 row. This is the second column sitting in R3 row. So, sorry, I'm very sorry. This is the first row sitting in R3 row. This is the second row which is sitting in R3 row. This is also in R3 row. Therefore, the what now what is the row space? Remember this is 0. Therefore, row space is spanned by 1, 0, 0 and 0, 1, 0. So if I think of R3 row, okay, what are the standard basic vectors? 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, and 0, 0, 1. I will call them respectively U1, U2, E3. Therefore, this is nothing other than span of U1 and U3. This is what I call as U1, this I call as U2, U3. The second row, but it's the third basic vector. Therefore, how will I describe WR in terms of R3? I will not write row, I will simply write, okay, like WR equal to set of all X, Y, Z in R3, so that it's a span of these two vectors. That means Y coordinate must be 0. Therefore, Y equal to 0. Geometric language, this is the XZ plane in this space. Okay. Right. Now let's look at the thing. Now, what are the columns now? Columns are 1, 0, 0. This is the first column. Second column is 0, 0, 0. Okay. And this is my A1 dash, A2 dash, and A3 dash is 0, 1, 0. This is A3 dash. Now, if I look at R3 with the column, okay, what are the basic vectors? Standard basic vectors are 1, 0, 0. Next will be 0, 1, 0. This one. Third will be 0, 0, 1. Therefore, I'll call them respectively V1, V2, V3. These are the standard basic vectors. Right? So this thing is nothing other than V1. This is 0 vector and this is V2. Do you accept it? Okay. Therefore, what is the column space? Column space is span of V1 and V2. Okay, which is equal to set of all X, Y, Z in R3 column with what condition? It's a span of X times this plus Y times this. Therefore, Z must be 0. Therefore, this is Z equal to 0. This is the only condition. Therefore, this is nothing other than XY plane. Right? Therefore, the column space is XY plane in R3, whereas the row space is XZ plane in R3. Now, notice that dimension of WR equal to dimension of WC, which is equal to, this is called the column rank, this is the row rank, and both are equal because both are equal to 2. So that's what the theorem tries to say. If you give me any matrix, the row rank and the column rank are equal. Okay, is that clear? You can do a lot more concrete examples. You can look at any textbook, it will give you how to work out those things. Usually by row reduction, etc., you can compute the rank. Okay, that's a standard trick, but that's not our purpose. Our purpose is to prove a theorem, namely the row rank of a matrix equal to column rank of a matrix. Good. So let's start with the theorem. Let A be a matrix, then row rank of A equal to column rank of A. This is what you want to prove. Okay, right. Now let's start a proof. So let R be equal to row rank. Okay, what does that mean? That means among the row vectors, rows of A, that is A1, A2, AM, I can find AI1, I1th row, AI2, I2th row, and so on, AIR, IRth row. These are linearly independent and these are maximal. That is, if you add any further AJ, a row vector, then it is going to be linearly dependent, right? So instead of writing AI1, AI2, AIR, because I have to write this row vectors, rows in terms of the entries, then the notation becomes more cumbersome. So what we do, we'll call them as B1, B2, R. So let B1, BR be the be a maximal linearly independent subset of the row vectors. So B1 may be AI1, BR may be AIR. Okay, right, right. So now we will write any BI, that is ith row, as BI1. It's a row vector. And how many entries are there? N entries. Therefore, BI1, BI2, BIN. So this is a vector sitting in Rn row. Is that okay? Right. Okay. So this is 1 less than or equal to I less than or equal to R. Now the trick is, look at any A, AI, the ith row of the matrix A, it has to be a linear combination of BIs. Because this is maximal linearly independent, therefore if I take any vector, that row vector, any one of the rows AI, it has to be linear combination of these fellows. Is that clear? So that's what we want to look at now. So let us look at, therefore, A1, let us look at the first row, A1, this must be a linear combination of B1 to BR. So I can actually write it as C1 B1 plus C2 B2 plus CR BR, where C J's are scalars. But notice that for A2 also I have to write. Therefore, what do I do? I will have C1, then I will have D1. No. What I will do is I will use double index, right? So I will write A1 as C11, and this will be C12, and this will be C1R. So what will be my A2? A2 will be C21 B1 plus C22 B2 plus C2R BR. And AJ will be CJ1. Okay, B1. Let me write B1 just for we need it. So I will write it B11, B12, and B1J and B1R plus dot 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 plus CJR into BR1, BRJ, BRN. This is N. Do you accept it? Yeah. And what will be my AM? The same way. This will be CM1, B11, B. Let me skip this. B1J and B1N plus CMR, BR1, BRJ, BRN. I should put a comma. I'm not doing that. Okay. I'll go back and rewrite this the same way so that it will be easier for us what we want to do. This is going to be B11, B1J, B1N plus dot dot dot. I will erase this also. I don't need it. Right? Okay. Now let's look at what is A1. A11 is this is where my typing will help, but unfortunately I don't have. But let me look at the AJ. AJ is going to be A. This is the jth vector. You understand that? Therefore, AJ1, AJI, and AJN. That is your AJ. Do all of you agree with that? Okay. Now, if you notice, this is what I have got. This is A11, A1J, A1N. This will be AI1, AIJ, AIN. This is ith row, and AM1, AMJ, AMN. This is the nth row. You understand this? Now, each of the row is going to be some of these things, right? Therefore, what I want to do, the trick is when I write this, I look at remove these brackets. Then if I remove the bracket, it's like this entire matrix A11, A1J, A1N, A21, A2J, A2N, AM1, AMJ, AMN. Is that okay? With a now put a bracket, you got the matrix. Therefore, if I look at this, okay, this is nothing other than the jth column. This is my AJ dash. Okay. Therefore, what should I do? This n tuple equal to the right side n tuple. Therefore, what should I look at is look at only the jth column. What is the jth column? You can see the jth column is B1J into C11. This is again B1J into this. Let us make it I. Right? I. So this is going to be C11 B1J here. CI1 same B1J. CM1 same B1J. And similarly here, it's going to be the general thing will be CIR BRJ, CMR BRJ. Do you see that the same R? So what I have done is AJ is going to be B1J into this object C11, C21, CM1. Do you understand this? Now dot dot dot. The last one is going to be BRJ is common, therefore it's BRJ into C. Look at this. This is going to be R jth entry. That is going to be BRJ is common. BRJ is common. Therefore, it's going to be C1R, C2R, CMR. C1R, C2R, CMR. Do you accept this? Very good. Now, let us call this column vector as capital C1. This column vector is capital CR. So, what I was shown is the jth column of A is a linear combination of B1J C1 dot 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 BRJ into CR. What? Okay, this is a plus. So this C1, C2, CR, where do they live? They live in column RMC, COL. This is a column vector, right? So A1 dash, A2 dash, and AN dash, there are n column vector. They are all linear combination of only R many column vectors, namely C1, C2, Cr. That means the column space that is span, let us look at the column space WC is a span of A1, AN dash. Okay, this is contained in the span of C1 to Cr, and this of course contained in Rm call, right? But this vector subspace is spanned by R vectors, and therefore its dimension will be less than or equal to R. Dimension of this space will be less than or equal to R, because we can extract a basis out of C1 to Cr. Therefore, the number of elements in the base will be less than or equal to R. Now, this is a vector subspace of our R-dimensional subspace. Therefore, what can I conclude? I conclude dimension of WC is less than or equal to R. Okay, but what is R? That's a row rank. But what is dimension of column C? That is the column rank of A. So what have we shown? We have shown column rank of A is less than or equal to row rank of A. For what matrix? Any matrix. I said M cross N, but that's some matrix. So you take any matrix, I have proved for any matrix T, T could be any matrix, okay, whatever size. T may be of size, let us say K cross L, M cross N, R cross S, anything, I cross J, I don't care. So for any matrix, I have shown column rank of A is less than or equal to row rank of A. But what is our aim? Our aim is to show these two ranks are equal. That means what should I prove? I should prove row rank of A is less than or equal to column rank of A. Right? I have to prove this object, sorry. So this object is less than or equal to this object. That's where our knowledge about matrix theory comes to help. Now, all of you know if A is a matrix, then I know A transpose another matrix. If A is a matrix of size M cross N, A transpose will be of size N cross M. But remember what happens? The rows of A are changed into columns of A transpose, and columns of A are changed to rows of A. Therefore, we know that row rank of A transpose, okay, equal to column rank of A, and similarly column rank of A transpose equal to row rank of A. Is it clear? Good. Now let's start with the row rank of A. Now row rank of A, according to this, is column rank of A transpose. Therefore, it's column rank of A transpose, right? But for any matrix, we have proved column rank is less than or equal to its row rank. Therefore, it's less than or equal to row rank of A transpose, right? But we know row rank of A transpose is nothing other than column rank of A. Therefore, we have proved row rank of A is less than or equal to column rank of A, and we had already proved column rank of A is less than or equal to row rank. Okay. So these two things prove we have shown what we wanted. Row rank of A equal to column rank of A. Okay. I hope you more or less followed this lecture. Okay. Now what I will do, I will stop sharing the screen and show something else where you can give, where you can, the website will be given where you can download this article from. Okay. Just wait for a minute. I will stop it. Yeah, this proof which I have said, it's essentially the same proof as in my linear algebra book, okay, but I have typeset it better. You can download this article from this space. All my expository articles, about 240, can be downloaded from this site. So please take this down. I'll give you a minute. This is HTTPS, not HTTP. 4D space mtts.org.in/EA for expository articles. So this is what we did. Okay. Thank you very much for listening. Please send me your comments to this email ID. And when you send, make it a point in the subject matter, okay, in the subject of the email, please give matrix rank or rank of a matrix as the subject, so that I can classify them. I will know, okay, in what way I can improve. Thank you very, very much. Have a good day.